Welcome to Edinburgh, eh? Well, finally back in Scotland after something like 7 or 8 months away. Feels really, really good to be back home. Today is actually the general election. And I have never voted in my entire life. I've never cast a vote. Who's the dog? What Russell Brand has been talking about recently about votes not mattering, I've always felt the same thing really. Always thought that if I cast a vote it's never really going to count for anything, it's not going to make a difference. So I thought, what's the point? I've just never voted for that reason. I mean, here in Scotland people have traditionally always voted for Labour, but it's never had a bearing on the UK government. You know, whatever Scottish people have voted, you know, have been Conservative governments, have been coalition governments, and the Scottish vote hasn't really mattered. And further to that, the Scottish branches of the main parties, for example Scottish Conservatives, Scottish Labour, they don't really represent Scotland, they don't really care. But this time it's different because I think we've got a party and a leader, Nicola Sturgeon, that will actually stand up for Scottish people. I think she genuinely cares about the problems here in Scotland. I think she's passionate about trying to fix things and it's going to have our best interests at heart. If Westminster's going to work for Scotland, we need a strong head of MPs who can go to Westminster and represent Scotland in a better, fairer way, because we've never had that before. So I'm very proud to say that today is the first time in my entire life where I'll be voting in the general election, and I'm quite excited to see what happens. What a time to come back to Scotland. I'm going off to vote now. I need to go to Brunston Primary School, that's my polling station. I don't really have a polling card, I don't know if you have such a thing, but I do have a letter from the electoral register saying that I can go and vote, so hopefully that's enough to let me in. There. Going to make my vote count. Come to the right place?
Yes.
So yes, I've done the deed. For the first time in my life I've voted. I was quite nervous actually to go in, make my first ever vote. But it wasn't really that bad. There was nobody in the hall, it was empty. I hope everybody's voted. You're noisy, Shiloh. You're too noisy. Rather than going uptown and going drinking or anything, I've decided to come to one of the nicest places here in the city, which is the Meadows. Especially this time of year in spring, all the flowers come out. The great thing about the Meadows now is the blossoms are all out. It's really cool. So I'm at one of my favourite beauty spots here in Edinburgh. This is Arthur Seat, and I was hoping to come and take some nice photos for sunset, but I think I've left it too late because the sun's already kind of dipped a little bit. Could have been a nice Instagram mission, but I can come back here. It's only 10 minutes from my house. It's a good place to come back when I've just landed back in Edinburgh. I can't wait to see this view every single night if I want to. Great time of year as well. All the yellow flowers are out. But yeah, great way to spend the first few nights of my stay back in Edinburgh. What an amazing view. A beautiful sunset as well. I'll tell you what though, it's absolutely freezing.